Hey, we are back with another episode of the Viral Nation. In this episode today, we're going to talk a little about the Mini Olympics, kind of go back and look at some of our riders that did well there. We're going to talk about Moto, Dream 360, and Fantasy Motocross. We're going to talk about the GT Arenacross series, and we're going to talk a little bit about the new Viral 2023 goggle that is going to be coming out here in January. Got a bunch for you, so stay tuned for the Viral Nation.
Wake up at 5 a.m. Gotta be at the track at 10. It's time to ride. All of this anticipation to ride in the Viral Nation.
Hey, we are ready for another episode of the Viral Nation here from the Pacific Northwest. It has been snowing. We had power outages, we had heavy snow, and it's kind of early in the season for us to have snow. So we were shut down for a day or so, but we are back up and running and ready to bring you episode number 22 of the Viral Nation. Today we are going to talk a little bit about Fantasy MX. And the guys over there, I don't know if you guys know Denny Stevenson. Denny Stevenson is a past Supercross East Coast champion, factory Suzuki rider in the 90s, and a super good guy. Been around the industry forever. Well, he started up this really cool fantasy motocross deal. I got involved with it a few years ago and have had an absolute blast. Right now, they're doing actually retro Supercross. And retro Supercross is they take two races, one from 1986 and one from 1996. You go pick your riders, and let's take a quick look here really quick, kind of what we're looking at here. So first off, you can kind of see that the last event, I ended up getting a second overall, which was pretty damn good. So Team Viral brand is us. But the way it works is pretty simple. You got your little pit area. First thing you want to do is you go to Moto X Dream 360, set up an account. It's very easy to do. You can, I think it's nominal dollars, a couple bucks to get in to play. Once you're in, you have all these different packages that you can get onto. So right now we're doing the 1996 and 1986 Retro Supercross series. And right as of right now, I haven't picked my team for the next round, which is going to be on December 4th. So the next round will be this Sunday. So let's go ahead and take a look at how I do that. So, one of the things that we look at when you're looking here is you have a $3 million budget to start with. And the budget's super cool. Right, so it gives you can't just pick the best riders. You got to kind of strategize. Some days when I'm super busy, I just kind of pick. Some days when I have time to actually play this game, I actually strategize a little bit. And when you go back to the retro stuff, you got to think of two different decades, right? And everybody knows that in '96 McGrath was pretty much unbeatable, but it is what it is, right? You kind of have to go and figure out that you can't spend $1 million on McGrath. You won't have anything left for anybody else. So let's go look. Now, the guys in red down here, pretty simple. These guys in red, they're worth double the points. So anything that they get, you get actually bonus points for the guys in the red. They're not as consistent, obviously. Still very fast guys, but not nearly as consistent. So let's take a look at what we got today. So coming up, we've got two rounds. One will be 1996. You can see where it says 96 here, and one's going to be 1986, and you got 86 down here. So last time, the guys with the X's are what I picked last round, and I can't pick them again. Look, Jimmy Button pulling out from 8th place. Steve Lamson with a 3rd, right? Lammy was super fast in 96, right? Super fast. So let's take a quick look here. In 1996, we've got let's pick our 80 riders first. 1986 riders first. So obviously Lachine did pretty well, but we can't pull him again. Glover was always a front runner, so we're going to go ahead and pull Brock Glover in for one of my riders. And up here you're going to see that I've just spent half $500,000 for Brock, which probably is a deal considering Brock was a multi-time national champion, right? So you also got Jeff Ward. Now Jeff's a little more expensive. He was pretty consistent in 1986, but we're going to put Jeff on the list for this next round. So now I've already spent a little over $1 million, and you can see I can spend $459 per rider if I want to, or I can go and start bargain hunting. So let's go down here a little bit more. Let's find one more person to put on this list from 1986. Storbeck. Storbeck was super fast in 1986, but it's not super consistent. So we're going to throw him on our team, though, as a budget rider. That gives me $557,000 left to go ahead and pick the rest of my 1996 team. This gets where it's a little trickier, right? 96 was a little bit different. You had different riders like Larry Ward and Ryan Hughes that would have really good weeks and then really bad weeks. And you had Phil Lawrence would pop in there every once in a while. LaRocco was always solid. So let's go with LaRocco. We're going to throw LaRocco on our team for next round. We are not going to go with Bradshaw because 96 was not a good year for Bradshaw. Damon Huffman with a second. Man, honestly, that's kind of a tough call. Mike Craig, he's always a wild card. Craig was either blazing fast or on the ground. And I won't call Mike Craig a good friend of mine, but Mike Craig's a friend of mine, and I loved watching that guy ride. Loved riding with him back in the day. You didn't want to mess it up, get too much into it with a stuff fest with him, but he was always a good guy to ride with. All right, so now we got one more hire left to go. So we've got let's see, we got Jeff Ward, Brock Glover, we've got Danny Storbeck and Michael Craig. So we got one more rider to hire. I got a ton of money to spend on this last rider as well. So let's go with somebody that's always fast, especially in that year. Well, can't get McGrath because it's $1,000 or $1 million. Can't go here. How about Emig and 96? Emig could be the deal. Ezra Lusk could be there. Johnny O, he's a little. Johnny O is right in our budget, so we're going to take Johnny O. And instead of having as many guys in the 96 round, we're going to go more into the 86 round this round and see how we did. So that's my total budget. That's my race team, and we're going to see how I do come up the next round of Fantasy Motocross. If you guys get a chance, check out Moto X Dream 360. It is a hell of a lot of fun. It is something cool that you guys can do, and again, it's super easy to do. Here's my team. If you want to copy my team, go right ahead. If not, then figure out your own program. We are going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to talk Mini O look back. We're going to talk about the Mini O's and talk about how some of our riders did after the whole thing sorted itself out. We'll be right back in just a moment. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the Mini O's. So that was down in Florida, and we had 3 or 4 riders down there. We had Logan Mortberg was down there. We had Shannon Tarno down there. We had Nolan Murphy down there, and we had Hudson down there as well. And we actually had some really good success down there. And one of the things that we were looking at or really stoked about was the fact that these guys went out there and put together a hell of a ride. Logan was out there. Logan finished 3rd overall in the Super Mini class this year and put together a very impressive ride this year. We had Nolan Murphy down there. Nolan was another one of our riders that made the trek all the way down to Florida. Now, Nolan actually is from the Northwest originally. He moved back east somewhere, and now he is living, I believe, back east, but racing a ton of the amateur national stuff, races for Triangle. And then we have Shannon Torno. Shannon Torno on the 50cc was a heck of a rider at Loretta's this year, had some great battles, but he put it on the podium, got the 1st overall. Him and his team are super excited. And you know what? It's just cool to be able to be part of his program and seeing a little guy on the podium. And let me tell you, he did up the podium well. We were very proud of him. Not as proud of him as his dad, obviously, but still very, very proud of Shannon. But, when you when you're finishing up the podium, you got to take a swig. That's what it's all about. And congratulations to all of our guys that did well down at the Mini O's. Coming up next, we're going to talk briefly about the Genaral Tire Arenacross, Mike Alessi, and how he's doing in points. And we'll be back here in just a moment after one more quick commercial break. So we are going to take a quick look over here, and we're going to go pop through the points here at the next round, for the round of the Genaral Tire Arenacross series, which is going to be running again this weekend coming up. We got Mike Alessi out there. Let's find out where Mike's doing here in the 450 Pro class. As it sits right now, Mike is sitting in 5th place. He has had a bunch of good rounds up there, but you got Michael Hicks, who is in the number 1 spot. Cheyenne Harmon running in the number 2 spot. Grant Harlan, Carter Gordon, and Mike Alessi. That is your top 5. And of those, Mike Alessi is the Viral Brand rider. He's our number 1 guy on the Arenacross Tour this year, and we are super, super excited about him. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, you're going to be able to watch it on Fox Sports 1. It's easy for me to say. Fox Sports 1. That will be coming up here in January, and you'll be able to start watching all of the Arenacross stuff on Fox Sports 1 starting in January of this year. It is pretty awesome to be able to get a chance to see the Arenacrosses as they come on board. Get a chance to watch Mike Alessi. He had a lot of problems at the last round. He had a bike problem. He ended up having to borrow a bike to finish out the night, but still was able to salvage some points, keep it in the top 5, and there's a few more rounds left. We're hoping that we start seeing him pushing it a little bit closer to the front, but Mike is one heck of a rider, one heck of a competitor, and if you haven't had a chance, you can stop by at any round of the Genaral Tire Arenacrosses, and you can check out the new Viral Brand goggles, and our brand new Viral Brand Work Series and F2 Series goggles will be there, and you can pick them up, and you'll be able to get them and have them available if you want to purchase them. Signature Series goggles. We're going to cut down to the Signature Series goggle overview here really quick. The new 2023 goggle is modular. So the first thing about the goggle that you see is we have a new frame design. The new frame design is built to be taken apart and put back together again very, very quickly. So we have our new outriggers. Our outriggers feature a patent-pending quick change goggle strap system. So you just basically pop the strap off, and it comes off real quickly. And it gives you the ability to clean your lens or clean your goggle. It gives you the ability to change lenses very quickly to match your gear sets, and it gives you the ability to customize them, which is pretty cool. The next feature of this goggle is our quick change lens, which we have a locking device on the side. You click that up, click the top of the lens like that, and there you go. The lens is out just that fast. And we've worked hard on making sure that not only does the lens change quickly, but it also works very well in keeping the dirt out of your eyes. You don't get dirt intrusion inside the goggles. Put it back together, you put this little card slot in here, get the nose on, click the top, just like that, click it down here and here. Once you're done, you just make sure everything is lined up, and then you click your tab right there, and now your lens is changed just that fast. So again, it's designed to make it easy to maintain the goggle, easy to change lenses from dark to smoke to clear. The next feature of this goggle is our patent-pending face foam. And the face foam itself has wick layers, and we have the cutouts in the frame for the OTG goggle, but it also is magnetic, which means that you can change face foam just like that. So you come off the track, it's kind of wet, it's not going to be dried out before your next moto, but your goggles aren't really that dirty because you've just been sweating, it's been kind of dusty out. Grab a new piece of face foam,
slap it back in, and now you're back on the tracking with a nice clean pair of goggles. We also make these in 3 different sizes. 15 millimeter comes standard. That's what when you buy the goggle, you're gonna get 15 millimeter. Then we're gonna have a 3-pack available to you, and you're gonna have a 15 mil, you're gonna have an 18 mil, and a 20 mil different face foams to be able to fit this directly to your face. So again, things make it easy to clean, maintain, and now also fit. And fit is one of the most important things that we've worked on since we started Viral Brand. The goggle strap is a 50 millimeter goggle strap. It is embroidered, has a one run of non-slip on the back, which keeps it from sliding back on the back of your helmet, sliding down or sliding up, and keeps the goggle in place. And then we have what's called our best fit challenge. And our best fit guarantee actually is the best fit is if when you buy the goggle, if you try it out, you don't like it, with the first 30 days, have your same receipt in there, put it back in the box, send it back to us, you get a full refund. And we've lived by that for 7 years. We only want satisfied customers, so it's been a really good program for us and for the customers as well. And those are basically the features of the new 2023 optically correct lens. I'm sorry, I forgot to talk about that. So basically a precision optics lens that's in here. They come in clear, smoke, mirrored finishes. They have anti-scratch on the front. They have no fog on the inside, and the vision on these and your peripherals are really, really good. They're probably some of the best peripheral visions that you're gonna get on any goggle in the industry and fit in almost any helmet as well.
All right, so that's the new Signature Series goggle that we have been working on that we are super excited about. We had a chance to run into MXA when we were down there, Josh Mosman. One of the things that we did though, we've already done a ton of stuff. The new goggle is absolutely top of the line. There isn't a goggle on the market. I don't care if it's an Oakley goggle. I don't care if it's a 100% goggle. I don't care if it's a Leatt goggle. It doesn't matter. Our goggle now is as good, if not better, than any goggle that is in the industry, bar none, especially with the features that we have. There is not a goggle that has the features that we have right now. It's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. This is our interview with the guys over there at MXA. And let me get this thing kind of set up here really quick. The guys at MXA, we had a chance to meet with them and had a chance to talk with Josh, let him go through our product, and he was able to really check it out, and we have a good chance of working with him down there.
Next up, I got to talk to Viral Brand Goggles Scot Steffy the other day out at Glen Helen about their new goggles. Let's check it out. What's up, guys? We're here with Scot Steffy of Viral Brand Goggles and showing off the new Signature Plus series today. Scott came down here from Washington, right?
Yep, absolutely.
From Washington, and it's a long drive to hang out with MXA here at Glen Helen. We're testing Suzuki's today, but we're also wearing the new Viral Brand goggles, and I'm excited because you got some laminated graphite, laminated tear-offs now, and some exotic stuff going on with the face foam, where you can peel it off, stick it back on. If you have spare foam, you can put a dry set of foam on in between motos. I'm a big-time sweater, so when a goggle company tells me, hey, we got all these different avenues and ways to keep sweat out of your eyes, I'm all about it. So I'm always looking for ways. Scott, what's going on with these new goggles, and like how long have you been working on them?
So Viral Brand started about 7 years ago, in 2015. We've been kind of slowly but surely kind of grinding. The pandemic was definitely a kind of a hard deal for us, and from that we got a new distributor, CPD, here in the U.S. With that, we were able to start really developing our new 2023 goggle, which has a few things we're working on patent-wise. One of them is the magnetic face foam, which is designed to be quick for cleaning, quick for changing if you want to in between motos. But also, we're also going to offer 3 different layers. So you're going to have a 15 millimeter, you're going to have a 18 millimeter, and you're going to have a 20 millimeter face foam, so you can actually fit it to your face, along with some fashion colors. We got neons and red and blues and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, pretty cool. So one exciting thing about that aspect of it is because it's so easy to take the foam off, I can toss the same with my socks, my jersey, my helmet pads, and wash it, and then put it back on the next day. I have clean padding,
Yeah.
That way it's keeping acne off my face, keep me looking better on the track. And then also you can peel the straps off as well to wash those. So it's like it's better durability wise. Get more years and more time out of your goggles.
Yeah, the concept of the goggle is kind of a modular design. So you can pull your strap, and now that I'm on video, it'll probably take me a second to do it. But you can pull your strap and actually change straps in less than 30 seconds. So you can customize it to whatever you're doing. You can clean it. It gives you the ability to maintain your goggles, along with our precision optics lens, which is also a quick change lens. We have a quick, little lock on the side, pop the top, and I mean you're in and out that fast. And to put it back together doesn't take much time either. So you just click it back in. Whoops. Of course, when you're on video, it's always easier than when you're not on video, right?
Yeah.
So you can do that. Click it in, and you're ready to go again. Yeah, and we've done a lot of testing with this goggle. We had a MXGP team do some testing with some World Enduro guys using it. We've done a bunch of testing here in the U.S. ourselves, and this week is our launch of our 2023 goggle. We couldn't be more excited.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time. Thanks for the goggles. We're excited to put more time in them.
Yeah.
New rider announcement this weekend.
Yes, yeah. So we have Logan Carnell is our first signing. We're actually starting to be kind of back to the Supercross world again. We also signed Mike Alessi. Signed with us yesterday, and he'll be running straight rhythm for us, and he'll be doing the Hoosier Arenacross series, and we're also the official goggle of the Hoosier Arenacross. You'll see us on all the Whole Shot Awards and that kind of stuff this year as well.
Cool, awesome. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And where did you say people can buy the goggles at?
So go to viralbrandmx.com, click on the new goggle, that'll be up. The goggles won't actually be available till end of November, but you're going to go there and find more information in about a week. You go to viralbrandmx.com, click on the link that says Signature Series, and that'll bring up all the new goggles.
Awesome. Good time.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Before we go, I got to tell you that next week is our 100th episode of this.
All right, so that was the interview we did down there at Glen Helen a couple weeks before the Vet National. I got a chance to work with them. That's up on Motocross Action's website. You can go check that out if you want to see a little bit more about what happened that day. You can also check out the Suzuki test of the 250 and the 450 that MXA did, and you can see our goggles in action that day. Brian Medeiros, who, if you're not aware of, he just had his bike stolen in California a few days ago. So if you see his Suzuki, make sure that you guys, he's number 934. You can find him at Brian's World on Instagram, and you can find a picture of his bike. Keep an eye out for it, and let's find them scumbags that took his bike. But that's what that event was from. We were down there doing that. Had a great chance to work with MXA for that weekend. Talked to Dirt Bike Magazine. Worked with Swap Moto. Had a really good time down there. That brings us up to the end of it. We're kind of a quick show today. Honestly, it's been a rough November for my family, and I did want to do a little tribute to my dad. My dad passed away when I was down in Glen Helen for the World Vet. It was I kind of glanced over it last week, but just felt that I really needed to say something about it today. My dad was a heck of a guy, and as any of us know that race motocross, your pit crew is everything. My dad was my original pit crew. He was my original mechanic. He's the one that gave me the insight on how to race. He's the one that every time I came back from the track, he would give me pointers on doing this or doing that. And sometimes I didn't take it very well. Sometimes I took it really well. But he allowed me to grow as a person, to be the man that I've grown into be, the husband that I've grown to be, the businessman that I've grown to be. And my dad has really been a driving force behind me and my family forever. So it's difficult, even though it was a little expected that he would pass. We just didn't expect it so soon, and it's just been difficult. So I wanted to put up a little slideshow, a couple shots of my dad, just as memory, to tell him that I miss him. I wish he was still with us, and I miss talking to him because I talk to him almost every day. We also lost my Uncle Roger, who is my wife's mom's brother, and not to mention, we had Coy Gibbs go at the same time during the same day that my dad passed. Coy Gibbs passed, And so it's been a rough November for the moto community and for me personally. And I'm really hoping that December and on is going to be a much better time for me and everybody else. So again, thanks again for watching the Viral Nation. Here's a couple shots of my dad. This is my son. This was pretty awesome because my son Ryder made his first main event at Seattle Supercross. My dad was there. My wife was there. That's my dad and my mom just at their church just recently, and which was, the last few years. My dad and I, back in 1985, we actually built that trailer from the ground up. That's how I learned how to weld, was from my dad and doing that trailer. And then in 2005, my dad was actually diagnosed with lung cancer, and we did a bucket list, and this is a NASCAR race. I think we'd gone down to Dallas. So that is some memories that I have of my dad. Pretty awesome. All the Supercross memories that I have when we raced when I first started from 1986 on, all the amateur stuff that we did as a family, traveling in the motorhome. All of that stuff will never leave my mind. And just want to say rest in peace, Dad. Until next week, guys, we'll be back with another episode of the Viral Nation. We want to thank Always Naked for our intro and our outro music. We want to thank Logan Carnow, we want to thank Logan Mortberg and Shannon Torno and Nolan Murphy for me being able to steal some photos off their Instagram pages for the Mini O update. Don't forget to head over to viralbrandmx.com to check out new Signature Series goggles. Don't forget to hit like right here on the YouTube channel. So that way you can make sure to catch every episode of the upcoming Viral Nations. This one was a little herky-jerky. We're going to work on them going forward. It should be a little bit better, I believe, going in the next few episodes. But we want to thank you guys again for being here. Hit that like button. Drop us a comment below if you want to know something about Viral Brand. You want to know how to not fog your goggles. That's one of the ones we've got on our list coming up. Want to know how to do a lens change. You want to know riding techniques. You want to just know something about myself or Viral Brand as a company. Drop a message down below. If you just want to tell us we suck, drop a message down below. The more you message us, the better it is. So if you want to do something controversial, drop it in the comments down below, and we can have a whole bunch of people comment on it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your neighbors. Check out our Instagram. Check out our Facebook. Check out our TikTok channel, and make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Until next week, same bat time, same bat station. This is Scot Steffy right here with the Viral Nation. And thanks again, guys. We really appreciate having you guys here, and we will see you again soon.
Wake up at 5 a.m. Gotta be at the track at 10. It's time to ride. All of this anticipation to ride in the Viral Nation.